In this version of Arttista, we've introduced a new way to select objects and points in the scene. It's called Circular Area with Move, and it's especially useful in a variety of situations. The traditional way to select multiple points in Arttista is by using the pointer selection tool. Simply click and drag to define a selection rectangle, and everything inside that area will be selected. The second way to make selections is by using the circular selection tool. Click and hold the mouse button, then move the cursor to select everything within the circular area around it. You can adjust the size of the selection area using this slider, or simply hold the Alt key and scroll the mouse wheel. Now there's a new selection mode that works very much like circular selection. However, as soon as you press the mouse button, all points within the circular area are selected, and you can immediately start moving them together with the mouse cursor. The points continue to follow the cursor until you release the mouse button. In this version, there's now an easier way to insert frames at any position on the timeline, automatically pushing the rest of the animation forward. Let's say we want to insert some space at this frame, shifting the entire animation from this point onward. First, select all the objects you want to affect. In my case, I'll press Shift plus Control plus A to select all objects, including those that are currently not visible in the scene. Then, open this menu and choose Insert Frame, or simply press Shift plus right arrow to insert a single frame and push the animation one frame to the right. Now I'll press Shift plus right arrow several times to create more space with each keystroke. Notice that the current frame is automatically repeated throughout the newly inserted section. You can also select a range on the timeline and press Shift plus right arrow to insert a gap equal to the length of the selected range, automatically pushing the rest of the animation forward, as I'm doing here. Just as you can insert frames and push the animation forward, there's now a new option that does the opposite. It removes the current frame and pulls the rest of the animation from that point onward one frame backward. To use it, move to the desired frame, open the menu and choose Remove Frame, or simply press Shift plus left arrow. You can also remove an entire section of the timeline by selecting a range and pressing Shift plus left arrow. The selected interval is removed, and everything after it is automatically shifted to fill the gap. There are also improvements to drawing with the grid enabled. When you move points, alignment guides are now displayed to help you position them more accurately and align them with nearby points both horizontally and vertically. This is especially useful when precision is important, such as when creating tile maps or drawing assets for 2D game environments. There are also improvements to Grid Snap mode. Previously, when Snap was enabled, points could only be positioned at the grid intersections, as shown here in the video. Now, you can open the grid menu and set a finer snap resolution by dividing the grid size into smaller increments. This lets you keep the benefits of snapping while giving you much greater control over fine details. It's the best of both worlds, precise alignment with the flexibility to work at a higher level of detail. In this version, the Spatula Tool has been improved and refined. This tool lets you sculpt vector shapes using a circular brush. Simply create a shape with a sufficient number of points, select all of its points, and start using the Spatula Tool. As you move the cursor, you can smoothly sculpt and reshape the object with natural, rounded deformations. The size of the sculpting brush can be adjusted using the slider or by holding Alt while scrolling the mouse wheel.